good to be with y'all again on Facebook Live. We normally have our Christian yoga class out at my church in Bocosin every Tuesday night at 6 o'clock. And I was thinking tonight, as I was getting ready, that it is very strange not to be able to go out to church and to see all of you and hug you and just have that human contact that I think we all have realized how much we appreciate now. It's hard to let go. And our Bible verse, our Bible devotion tonight talks about that. So, reading from the Jesus is Calling book, once again, I know many of you have that. It has always been such a great devotion for me. And actually today's was talking about letting go. It said, this is a time in your life when you must learn to let go of loved ones, of possessions, of control. In order to let go of something that is precious to you, you need to rest in my presence, where you are complete. Take time to bask in the light of my love. As you relax more and more, your grasping hand gradually opens up, releasing your prized possessions into my care. You can feel secure, even in the midst of cataclysmic changes, through awareness of my continual presence. The one who never leaves you is the same one who never changes. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever, Jesus tells us. As you release more and more things into my care, remember that I never let go of your hand. Herein lies your security, which no one and no circumstance can take from you. So, as I read over this tonight, and I thought about how we all are having to let go. We've had to let go of a lot in the past few weeks, some a lot worse than others. Unfortunately, with all of the deaths that are occurring all over the world from this horrible virus, some people are actually having to let go of loved ones, and I can't even imagine. And so I hope that all of you, all of us, keep them in prayer. But I thought about it tonight, letting go isn't easy, and we have to do it all the time, every day, all day long. But maybe we should focus on, instead of letting go, what we can hold on to. And what we should hold on to. God tells us in this Bible devotion, in the verse, he says here, I never change. I'm the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And he tells us through Scripture that nothing can separate us from his love. And he talks here in this devotion, as you release more and more things into my care, remember that I never let go of your hand. So as we go through trying times like the ones we're going through right now, and you think about all the things you're having to let go of, think about what we can hold on to. Think about all of those things in your life that you have. The love that you share with your spouse or your partner. The friendships that you have with family and friends and coworkers. The joys that we all have in everyday life that we take for granted. So, again, as we go into this practice tonight, I know we're always saying, let go, and we need to let go. We have to. Sometimes it's good. But tonight, let's think about holding on, what we can hold on to. We can hold on to the promises of God. We can hold on to the knowledge that he's always with us, through good times and bad. We can hold on to the knowledge that he loves us. He loves us more than anyone, and he'll be holding our hand all the way through everything we go through. So, our Bible verse tonight is Hebrews 13:8. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today and forever. So let's move into our quiet time. Find a space where you can be comfortable, whether that's sitting in Sukhasana, whether it's lying down with your knees up. Just find a place where you can be still. where you can be still and find comfort. Heavenly Father, thank you for letting us come to this place once again. This place, though it's in a different way and we're separated physically, but we know that somehow you make our hearts connect. Somehow, through you and the Holy Spirit, we are all connected. We know we're connected to you. We know you never leave us. Like the devotion tells us, it's been the same yesterday, today, and it will always be the same, that you will never change and you will never leave us. Nothing will ever separate us from your love. So we come tonight in thanks of that. And we ask, Lord, for prayer, for peace, for comfort and healing for those who are suffering right now in hospitals with this horrible virus, and for those who have succumbed to it. We ask you to be with family and with friends who are grieving now. Help them to feel your presence and to know that they can have peace. They can have peace if they keep holding on to your hand. So Lord, as we move into this practice tonight, we thank you for this unique way to worship you, and we thank you for the bodies that you've given us and for the ability to be here. Lord, help us to remember never to push ourselves to any points of pain or strain, but instead to enjoy these bodies that you've given us and to just be here and try to make them stronger, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So Lord, be with us tonight. Go through those virtual waves and connect us. Help us to feel joy. Help us to have peace. Help us to remember it's not always just letting go. Help us to remember to hold on. Help us to remember to hold on to all the wonderful things that you bless us with. All these things we ask in your precious name. Amen. So as you take a deep breath in, allow your face to climb skyward. Feel the stretch occur in the anterior portion of the throat. Start to relax the face, releasing all expression. And then take another deep breath in. And as you breathe out, allow the chin to float down to the chest, now stretching through the posterior portion of the neck. Start to allow the chin to float across the chest from right to left, that half moon sway. And maybe that's good for you right there. If it is, stay there. Remember, as you go through this practice or any other yoga practice, you can go as far into a sequence or stay out of and be in one particular posture. So remember, this is your practice. Never push yourself to a point of pain or strain. Maybe here, though, we can come full circle with the head and neck, working out tension, tightness, fatigue, stress. Maybe move in the opposite direction. The next time your chin rolls over the left collarbone, let it reside there. And draw the right shoulder back and down. Feel that stretch down the right side of the neck. Breathe. chin up and let it flow over top of the right collarbone. Let it reside there. Again, draw the left shoulder back now. Maybe in down. Stretching a little deeper down the left side of the neck. Lift the chin up as if gazing over to the right of the room. Tilt the left ear down towards the floor. Feel the stretch running down the neck and down into the right shoulder. And then lift the head back up. Allow the face to float over to the left now as if gazing to the left. And then tilting the right ear down towards the floor now, stretching down the left side of the neck, down into the shoulder. Nice. Picking the chin back up, bring the head back to neutral. Bring your hands to heart center. Set your intention for this class. For this class, to not worry so much about letting go. Think about holding on. Think about all of the things that you want to hold on to, that you're grateful to have to hold on to. Think about our Bible verse, Hebrews 13:8. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today and forever. Nice. Release your hands down into your lap. Place them on your knees. And start with your left shoulder coming towards the right knee. Just start to make a circle here with the body. Moving into our trunk rotations. So these are excellent to kind of warm up the spine, to promote circulation. And I can move a little deeper into these by really accentuating here with the shoulders. I can make this circle though as small as I wish or as big. When we come forward, we call this closing off the chest. So we tend to exhale. When we come back, we inhale, opening up the chest. Same thing in the opposite direction now. I bring my right shoulder towards my left knee and I rotate to the right. This should feel good in the back and in the shoulders. And you're using your core just as much as your back here, and you feel this in the inner and outer thighs. Nice. Come to a stop and bring your arms forward and walk them out as far in front of you as you can until you feel a nice stretch in the arms and the back, and then tilt through the pelvic area and feel this stretch in the inner and outer thighs as well. Your core is contracted, the navel's pulled back to the spine. You can release your head down to let it relax. Remember, you can always rest in a posture if that's better, so put your forearms down here if you need to. And you can always challenge in a posture. So here, if I wanted to challenge, I could extend one arm out and the other and hover. Anytime you hover, you're taking weight off of a limb, and so your core is going to come into play a little bit more. So it's going to be a little more challenging. So remember that as we move through the practice. Nice. Now I want you to come back and set your left hand down on the mat. Bring the right arm up and over. Try to keep that bicep right over the ear if you can. Feeling that stretch down the side of the abdomen and the oblique. If I want to challenge here, just like we just discussed, I can take a little weight off by bending through the left elbow. And then coming back. Same thing on the opposite side. My right arm sets down, my left arm comes up and over, and I stretch. Release any tension through your knees, through your hips. Notice here how the left knee wants to come up into the posture, but relax it down. So as you move through these postures, pay attention to your body. That's what this practice really is all about, is paying attention to the body and noticing what you can do, what you can't do, how your body works and how you move. The more and the better you know your body, the better you're going to be able to use it and the less likely to injure it. All right, so come back. Now, I want you to lift the right arm up, turn the palm to the back, and then place the palm in between the shoulder blades, lifting up the right elbow. Now take your left arm, come behind you, palm facing the back of the room. So maybe you were able here to reach your fingers and you can pull one against the other, creating a little bit of resistance. If not, no worries. You can tug onto your shirt, or you can just keep reaching for them. Or you can take a sock and hold onto the sock to allow an extension there. Again, I'm relaxing through my hips, through my knees. I'm lifting with one elbow. I'm pressing the opposite elbow down. So getting a great stretch in the tricep and in the upper arm of the opposite arm. Nice. Same thing in the opposite direction now. My left arm's up, palm of the hand to the back, and then place the palm of the hand in between the shoulder blades. The right arm comes up and behind. And that may be a struggle right there. Maybe you need to stay low, you know. But if you can, bring it on up. You'll notice with this practice, if you persevere and just keep doing what feels good, and then maybe try to move a little more into a posture in weeks to come, you may notice a couple of weeks, maybe a month from now, that you're able to do a lot more. Usually people do, but never push yourself. Let that be a journey that your body takes, and be okay with it. We're not here to compete. We're here to get stronger. And we're here to be healthier, and again, to know our body. Okay, so releasing the arms down. Bring the arms behind you. Open up through the chest here. Shoulder blades reaching towards one another. Bring your chin down to your right collarbone once again. Keep the body long. Draw the navel in. Keep the hips focused to the front. And then take that left hand and bring it over either to the right knee or past it, coming towards the left arm. Maybe you're able, the right arm, may be able to grab onto that right upper arm. This is your twist, your Ardha Matsyendrasana, your half spinal twist. And release. Left arm comes back. Again, keeping the hips focused forward to protect that lumbar spine. I bring the right arm over. Maybe it's on the leg, maybe it's a little further, maybe it's grabbing onto the upper left arm. And release. Find your way to look like a table with me. So hands underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. Moving into that cow and cat. Remembering our Bible verse, Hebrews 13:8. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today and forever. So I'm lifting my heart here as I push my hands, pressing the navel towards the floor. This is such a great stretch from the navel up into the chest. And I don't need to strain through the head or neck here. I can drop my head actually and look down towards the mat and still be lifting through the heart. So I want to feel this stretch. Tonight we're going to be moving a little bit slower through our postures. We're going to be holding the postures a little bit longer. And you might think, wow, we're not doing too much and we're just kind of holding. But you'll notice tomorrow in a good way what you used. It's actually a little more challenging to hold postures. So we're going to do a little bit more of that tonight. So I want you to lift through the heart here. Now you've been holding that for a while. You want to feel that great stretch from the navel up into the chest. This is your cow. The opposite is to round through the back, drawing the navel up into the spine. Just like someone picked you up from just beneath your rib cage and you're kind of falling into that U position. It's a scared cat, arched back. So we call this cat pose. And when we flow, we just move from one to the other. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Make this a workout for the abdomen though. You want to stretch and hold for a moment and then contract and tighten for a moment. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Once more. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Nice. Now I want you to take your left knee in and extend through your right leg. We're going to hold for a moment. Again, the weight in the hands stayed even. So as if you never lifted that leg. So you're using your core and you want to feel the tension in the leg from the hip all the way down to the toes. Then I want you to look over your left shoulder and take that right leg and press it all the way over to the left as far as you can. Look over that shoulder at the foot. Stay even still on your hands. Keep balancing through your hands underneath your shoulders. You're getting a good stretch here in the foot as you bend through the toes and push the heel back. Then bring the leg back. Maybe to hold here, maybe to challenge in your awkward airplane, bringing that right leg out to the right, trying to stay as even as you can on your hands and the knee. And bend and come back. Nice. Bring that leg in. Assume your child's pose. Let your sit bones rest onto your hips. Finding your child's pose. Remember, child's pose can be very resting. You can relax onto your arms, or you can stretch your arms out into extended child's pose. Pressing into the palms here. Let your tailbone press down to the floor as you're tucking through the pelvic area. And a nice extension of the back and the arms. Balasana, child's pose. Remember, this is a place you can come at any time. We call this a place where we honor the body. So you can come here anytime if you feel overworked at all. Come here. Nice. Come on back up. Now scoot your right knee in. Extend and lengthen through your left leg. Remember, as if I never lifted the leg, I want to be as even as I can, as equal as I can on the hands, and they're directly under the shoulders. My hip bones are focused to the floor. My core is tight. My head and neck relaxed. And then I want to look over my right shoulder and extend that left leg as far over to the right as I can, perching on the ball of that foot again, bending through the toes, lengthening through the leg, pressing the heel away. Breathe. Remember, you can come back to neutral, or you can challenge here in your awkward airplane, bringing that left leg out to the left with a hold. And bend. And back. Find your child's pose. Nice. From your child's pose, I want you to come up and flow forward into your King Cobra. Remember, when you lift here, lifting the heart in your King Cobra, you're squeezing through the gluteus. Your weight is in your hands. But squeezing through the gluteus here keeps you from not hyperextending that back too much. So we don't ever want to feel any strain or pain here. If you don't like this, if you don't like the bend in the back, remember, you just lift the legs up, lengthen through the back. Then you still have that good benefit in the weight bearing. So we can always modify. Please do that. Please don't ever push yourself to a point of pain. If you're hurting here, you're going to hurt later, I promise you. Hebrews 13:8, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Curl through your toes, push into the balls of your feet, lift up to your plank. Now remember, when we're in our plank, we can be in a full plank, a nice long straight line here, tucking through the pelvic area, tightening through the core. You can always set your knees down, crisscross through your ankles. So it's up to you whenever we say plank, where you want to be. Lift up into your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. So here in my down dog, my weight is in my hands. And I'm pushing my heels towards the floor. They may make it there, they may not. Don't worry about it if they don't. You can always walk the feet a step or two closer to your face and press the heels as much as you can towards the mat. You're going to feel that a little deeper now up the back of the leg. Now I want you to lift your right leg skyward. It's your three-legged dog. Rotate through your right ankle. Relax your head. Pressing your left heel towards the mat. Nice. And lower. Then lift the left. Three-legged dog on the left. Pushing into the heel. Breathe. Rotating through the left ankle. Now set that leg down. Flow forward to your plank. Lift to your king cobra. Look to the right and to the left. Bring your chin to the chest. Curl through the toes and lift to your plank. And then your downward facing dog. Nice. Walk your feet up to your hands. Uttanasana, forward fold. Remember, in your forward fold, just let your hands fall wherever they need to. So maybe they come to the top of the legs. Maybe you're able to rest them on your shins. Maybe they can touch the floor. Maybe the whole hand can touch the floor. It doesn't matter. Whatever is the best for you, that's where you should be. All right, now from here, your slow reverse swan dive lifts you up. Bring your hands to heart center. Let's concentrate on our breath a little bit more. Take a deep breath in. And breathe out. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, your hands to your shins, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, your hands back down. Inhale, your left foot and your right back in your down dog. Exhale, flow forward to your plank. Inhale, lift, king cobra. Exhale, back to your plank. Inhale, lift, down dog. Exhale, step the feet forward. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, your slow reverse swan dive. Exhale, your hands to heart center. Nice. So have your feet a little wider than hip width apart. And I want you to assume your chair pose. Remember, just like you're sitting into a chair, so we press the buttocks back and down. We lift the arms up, and you determine how high, or if you want to have the hands meet. I'm kind of dealing with a sore shoulder that I pulled a few weeks back that is still sore, so if you see me kind of modify at times, that's why. But you do what feels good to you. You're setting your buttocks back and down, just like you're sitting on that stool or in that chair. If you need your hands here at heart center, be there. The main thing is making sure your knees are over top of your feet. So you always want to have 90-degree angles. Now I want you to push into your feet. Push into your feet. Create tension. And you're going to start to feel the gluteus tighten. You're going to feel that gluteus medius right down the center of the buttocks. Start to engage as you push and start to use these muscles. Now I want you to come up and then out. As you reach out, press the buttocks back behind you, just like you're sitting down. Come up. Not all the way up out of the squat though. And back. Reach. Again, up. And out. Couple more. Up. And out. Then maybe you can add on with me. This time coming up. And then step, left foot behind right. Bend. Again, up. And to the left. Remember, you're driving with the knee when you bend down. Uttanasana, chair pose. And to the right. Lift. And to the left. One more. One more step. Uttanasana. And to the right. Drive that knee down. And up. And drive. Nice. Now I want you to stay here. Right here. Remember we talked about holding positions. Holding a position can be very challenging. So if at any time that we're doing this, that you need to stretch and come out of it for a moment, do it. As you're here holding, concentrate on your breath. You know, the breath is such a great reminder. It does show us that we let go, but we hold on. Drop that knee down a little more if you can. Create that tension. If you can, take your right arm, extend it out to the right. Now I'm pushing a little more into that left foot, but I'm not pressing the left knee past the foot. I'm reaching out. Still have contact with that back right ball of the foot. And then maybe I can drop. The right arm down, the left arm up, holding into my twist. Breathe. Hebrews 13:8. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Lift on up. Remember, do it slowly. Don't do it with momentum. Do it with muscle. Hands to heart center. Come back. Uttanasana, chair pose. Should notice your legs. Should be. Take a breath in and out. Come with the left foot behind the right. Remember, we drive that knee down. So, you want to make sure you have your 90-degree angles. Your knee is always on top of your foot, never out past it. Your hip is on top of your knee. You're coming down by driving with the knee. And we hold. What are those things that you cherish, that you hold on to? What are those things that you're grateful for? Maybe we stay here. Maybe we rest and stretch that back leg. Maybe we extend the left arm out. Now as I do that, I'm reaching, I'm not leaning so much because I'm keeping my 90-degree angle with my right knee on top of my left hand. Or, right knee on top of my right foot. I was thinking left hand reaching out. So I want to feel that tension in the right gluteus. I'm pressing into that right foot. Maybe I can come down on my twist, slow and controlled, make your core work here. Have as little to no weight that you can in that left fingers, those left fingertips. Because the less you're pressing into them, the more the core is working. I still have contact with that back right foot. I'm pushing against the ball of the foot. So while we're holding, if you hear a little doggy whining and crying, it's because Maggie wants to be in this practice, but that would be way too crazy to have her running all around. So she's in another room, but you might hear her crying. So come on up. Nice. Come back. Uttanasana, chair pose. Nice. Take your left hand and the left elbow over to the right. Remember, I'm pressing the buttocks back and down. My core is tight. My head is relaxed. My left knee probably wants to jet out, but I want to pull it back so it's equal with my right. And if I can, I want to settle my hands down over to the right, pressing the buttocks back and down, keeping my knees on top of my foot. Come back. Uttanasana, chair pose. Now it's the right elbow and the right arm over to the left. Notice that right knee wants to jet out. We want to make it even. We want to keep good form, knee on top of feet. Press the buttocks back and down so you engage those quads, and if you can, then touch the hands down to the left. Keep pressing the buttocks back and down. Maybe you've noticed that your heart rate's come up. Maybe your breath pattern's gotten a little more rapid. You're using big muscle groups. Bring both arms, one out to the left, one to the right. Again, keep the knees on top of the feet. You can drop the head down, but keep pressing the buttocks back and down. And then slowly lift on up. Ooh, you should feel the quads there. Hands to heart center. What do you want to hold on to? What are you glad you have to hold on to? A sun salutation. Bring the arms skyward. Swan dive down. Uttanasana, forward fold. Bring your hands to your shins, Ardha Uttanasana. Press the hands back down, forward fold. Take your left knee into your chest, extend your left leg behind you, your runner's lunge. And then slowly come up. I want you to use muscle, not momentum. So if you can, always pick your hands up first and push from your foot. Bring yourself into your high lunge or your crescent. Remember, 90-degree angle in the front, pushing against the ball of your back foot, your high lunge. Bring your arms out to either side. Notice the tension. Pay attention to tension. So I want tension in the arms, not in the shoulders, but I want the arms to be building muscle, working against body weight. And then I'm going to slowly spin through the back foot and find my warrior two. Virabhadrasana 2. So my warrior 2. Knee leaning to the pinky. Back foot determining the comfort of my knee. So I can move my foot at any time if my knee feels torqued or uncomfortable. My core is tight. My arms are extended no higher than my shoulders. Now move back. Spin through your foot. Bring the arms up. Breathe. You might have already noticed some quivering, shaking in the muscles. That's a good thing. You're fatiguing them. We're breaking down those fibers. We're going to go rest in a while, and they'll build back up. That's where we gain strength. Again, arms out. Spin through the back foot. Warrior 2. Nice. Come back. Arms come skyward. Ease the arms down. Slow as you can. We're going to create tension by pushing into that foot, working against body weight as we slowly come to the floor. Marry your hands under your shoulders. Step back with your right foot to your left. You found your down dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Downward facing dog. Float forward into your plank. Tight core. Lift. King Cobra. Ease back. Plank. Half or full. Lift. Down dog. Nice. From your down dog, take your left leg skyward, your left knee in, your left foot steps forward. Lift and place. Remember, let it place wherever you can step without swinging. Then pick up your ankle and come down. Find your 90-degree angle. Remember, when you come up, you're lifting, pushing from the foot, not springing off of the hands. High lunge, crescent. Make sure that front knee is over top of the foot. Breathe. Hebrews 13:8. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Spin through your back foot. Find your warrior 2. Virabhadrasana 2. Notice how much strength it takes to be still. You're holding on. You're holding on. Come back. Spin through your foot. Come back up. High lunge. Once again, Extend through the arms. Reach with fingers, don't strain your shoulders. Push into that front foot. And spin. Warrior two. Think about the muscles you're using. Think about the strength you're gaining. And back. Feel that hip flexor stretch as you come here, then you spin through your foot and you lift, and you slowly come down. Nice. Step forward, the right foot to the left. Breathe. Your slow reverse swan dive lifts you up. And your hands to heart center. Nice. Come to the top of your mat. Breathe. Close your eyes for a moment. Nice. Moving into another sun salutation. Bring the arms skyward. Swan dive down. Uttanasana, forward fold. Bring your hands to your shins, Ardha Uttanasana. Tight core, long back. Pressing the hands back down, forward fold. Take your right knee this time, bring it into the chest, extend it behind you. Find your runner's lunge. Nice. Now this time I want you to scoot your back foot in just a tad and lift up. Come back to your high lunge. Now, you have options here. You can bring the arms forward and hold here, lunging forward, lengthening through the back leg. You can challenge, springing off that back foot and hold it into your warrior three. Virabhadrasana 3. Ease back. And lift. High lunge. Bring the arms and the hands together as you open up through the chest. Bring the shoulder blades together. Maybe allowing your gaze to float skyward, always knowing that's going to challenge your balance. So maybe it's better to stay neutral or tuck your chin into your chest. Breathe. Again, high lunge. Nice. Maybe lunging forward, reaching with the arms, tight core. Maybe coming into warrior three. Ease back, slow and control. Your high lunge. And release. Bring those hands back down. Interlace your fingers. Maybe allow your gaze to come skyward. And then start to lengthen through the front leg as you tighten through the core. Let that upper body flow over that left leg. Stretching through that hamstring. Reach in the arms skyward, or you can always set them on your leg or place them underneath your shoulders. Remember, this is your practice. You do what's best for your body. Okay, bring the hands back down if they're not already there. Nice. Let that chest float to that upper thigh. Your core is tight. Your head is relaxed. And making sure the hands are under the shoulders. I want you to step back with your left foot to your right into your downward facing dog. And then I want you to flow forward to your plank. You can flow, and that flow we used before, from your plank to your king cobra. Back to your plank, half or full. Lifting to your downward facing dog. But you can always challenge. Come to your plank and chaturanga. So draw the elbows in slowly, come down, lift, king cobra. Ease back, baby cobra, push back, plank, lift back, down dog. So flow in that first flow, or with me again, come to this flow. Your plank, your chaturanga, lift king cobra, ease back, baby cobra, push back, plank, lift back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now it's my right leg that travels skyward, my right knee comes in, my right foot lifts and place. Pick it up, find your 90 degree, push from the foot, come on up. Assume your stance for your high lunge. Breathe. Maybe I lean forward with my arms, but not so much that that knee goes past the foot. So if I'm reaching forward, I should say, instead of leaning, I'm reaching forward with my hands, but I don't allow that knee to lose good form. We never want the knee past the foot in any type of lunge position, because if it is, you're going to put too much pressure on that kneecap. Now if I can, I want to come forward into my warrior three. Virabhadrasana 3. Ease back. Lift back. Release the arms. Fingertips interlace. Open up the chest. Maybe allow the face to come skyward. Maybe it would feel better to bring the chin down into that collarbone. So play with the postures. You know, as you move into something, especially if it doesn't feel good, then, you know, move around just a bit. See what feels good for you, where you get a good stretch. Bring the arms back, your high lunge. Maybe I reach forward. Put weight into that front leg, but keep contact with the back. Your core is tight. Maybe I can lunge into my warrior three. It takes a little bit of balance coming up into that, so be mindful of that. Always give yourself plenty of room wherever you're practicing. Ease back. So you're probably noticing with me that as we hold postures a little longer, it's a little more challenging. Uses a little more muscle, a little more strength. We're holding on, holding on. Remember our Bible verse, Hebrews 13:8. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Nice. Bring the arms back to heart center and slowly come down. Remember, you're using muscle here. As you slowly come down, you're having to hold against body weight. And then you step forward, lift, and place. Uttanasana, forward fold, your slow reverse swan dive. Brings you up, your hands marry. The heart center. Finding balance. Remember, you can always find a wall or a chair, but it's good for us to practice balance every day. When we lift the left foot, and remember, we're not leaning, we shifted. And the body very quickly learns to adapt. especially the more you practice, obviously. So the more I come here, the more the mind remembers, the more the body remembers. So then it's not as difficult as a shift, right? We adapt quicker because we have practiced it, and we become more of a norm. Now I want you to extend that back leg behind you. And maybe the toes stay to the floor. Maybe it's too much to keep that leg lifted, but maybe you can lift it. So immediately we notice the tension in the right leg, but it's good tension. Remember, we talked about this last week. Stress is not a bad thing. You have just created stress on your leg. That's not a bad thing. Stress makes us stronger. It's how we perceive the stress, how we respond to stress. So we keep the joint on top of the joint, hip over knee, knee over ankle. As we bend and fold forward, we keep that like that. And then we lift that back leg, and our core becomes tight. We level out the back to the floor if we can. Our warrior three, whether your arms are behind you or in front. Virabhadrasana 3. Remember, if this is too much, keep that back leg on the floor. But make your core tight, make your back long. And then lift up. Bring that knee up. Flex through the foot. Tight core, tilt through the pelvic area. Let's go there again. Slow and controlled. Leg comes behind you. Notice the gluteus coming into play. Fold forward, keeping the hip over the knee, over the foot. And back. Nice. Bring that leg over top of the other in your piriformis stretch. Remember, I can always modify. I can cross one leg over the other here. Just keep light weight in that left foot because we want to challenge our balance. And then find your tree. Your foot can rest wherever it wishes, just not on the kneecap. On the floor, on the ankle, on the shin, or up high onto the leg. Vrikshasana, tree pose. Nice. Relax down, shake it off. Same thing on the opposite side now. So I pick up my right foot, and I tighten through the core, weight into the left foot. Extend that leg behind me. Maybe my toes touch the floor. I start to squeeze through the gluteus. And then I slowly come forward, keeping joint on top of joint. So I'm folding forward, leveling out if I can. Balance is a lot of variables, you know. One day it's good, one day it's not. Maybe 1 hour it's good, 1 hour it's not. There's a lot of variables here. If your sinuses, if they're giving you a fit, you know, allergies, all of that, all those fluid shifts, just the way you feel in general, you throw off the balance. All right, you're in your warrior three, and then you come back up. Holding that posture for a while makes a big difference, doesn't it? Bend through the knee, tilt through the pelvic area, lift the knee up as high as you can, flex through the foot, and hold. This is a great contraction in the core here. Nice, tight hold. Breathe. Don't hold the breath. Let the breath aid you. Let the breath help you. Let's do it again. Lengthen the leg behind you. Maybe the toes stay on the floor. Feel the glute engage. And then come forward, keeping the hip over the knee, over the foot. Warrior three. Virabhadrasana 3. Coming back, bend through the knee, flex through the foot, lift the knee as high as you can or as little as you wish. Foot comes over top of the opposite leg. That piriformis stretch. Remember, anytime you make the number 4 with your legs, you're helping to open up that piriformis. Such a great thing, such a great stretch to keep that off of that sciatic nerve. Now moving to your tree pose. Vrikshasana, tree pose, and shake it out. So guys, I just noticed I left the TV on for the dog. Do any of you do that? She probably cares less, but I do it all the time for company. So I heard the TV, so hopefully that television in the other room hasn't bothered y'all during our practice, but I always feel like Maggie appreciates it, so. Okay, come to the top of the mat. Remembering our Bible verse, Hebrews 13:8, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Bring the arms skyward, swan dive down. Come to your forward fold, Uttanasana. Bringing the hands to the shins, Ardha Uttanasana, your half forward fold. And then your hands flow forward. Forward fold. Tight core, long back, the chest just flowing over the upper thigh. Feeling that stretch wrap around the gluteus. And then set one knee down and the other. Come to your hero's pose. Bring your arms behind you. Open up through your heart. Maybe allow your face to climb skyward. Maybe it's better for your chin to stay in your chest. Maybe I can press my left hand down, raising my right arm up. Staying long through the body. Breathe. And back. Opening up through that chest, shoulder blades, reaching towards one another. And then the opposite. Right arm down, left arm up. Nice. And release. Go ahead and let those legs swing out from underneath you. And then we find our feet right here in front of us, hip width apart. And we put our hands underneath our shoulders. We always want joint on top of joint. We pick up the buttocks and we press it towards the heels. And we lower the upper body down, coming to the floor here. Nice. Now I want you to pick up your right foot and put it on top of your left leg. And maybe gently press away with your right hand to your right knee. Letting that leg flare out, stretching that piriformis a little more here. And then if you choose, you can always stay right here, but if you choose, pick up that left leg and extend it skyward. Maybe even grab on behind it and pull it towards you a bit, stretching that right leg a little more. Go ahead and flex through your left foot. Engage the muscles in the leg. Push the foot towards the ceiling. Breathe. Rotating through your ankles, you know what we say, motion is lotion, so it's never a bad thing to rotate through your joints. Let that. And you're trying to pull the soles of the feet together, but remember, this is not a perfect practice, so just come to the point where it feels good to you. Nice. Now set the right foot down. Take the left leg and put it on top of the right. Letting that left knee now flare out. You should feel this all down in the outer thigh. Again, we're stretching and opening up through that piriformis. I'm pressing my lower back onto the mat, always protecting that lumbar spine. If I need a little more though, I can always lift the right leg up, pushing the sole of the foot skyward. I can always grab onto the back of the leg and pull it towards me. Rotating through the right ankle. And then release. Draw the knees together, give them a hug, hopefully not not your last hug today. Although right now our hugs are all at home, aren't they? So hopefully you have someone at home you can hug. Such a weird time not to be able to hug, and such a hard time for extroverts, like I think I am anyway. I like to hug, and it's very natural for me, so it's very strange not to be able to give hugs. So let those knees flow over to the left and your gaze to the right. This is that half spinal twist that we practice at the beginning of practice. It's really no different here. It's just that we're reclining. So wonderful for the spine, the vertebra, but also really, really beneficial for the inside of your body. You know, you've heard me say but this practice goes to the cellular level. So you've done such a wonderful thing for your body this past hour if you've been practicing, because the inside, the mental part of your body, the emotional part of your body, everything is affected when you practice yoga. It's just a good thing to do for yourself. Okay, use your core and lift your knees up and allow them to flow over to the right. Now as your gaze floats to the left, you're stretching through the arm, you're twisting gently. Remember, always use your core muscles. Tighten through your core first, then use your core to lift the knees up. Push the feet to the ceiling, your up the wall pose. Lower back pressed into the mat. Such a great thing to do before you go to bed. It's an inversion. It's a mild inversion, but it's still an inversion, so it allows that blood flow to easily get to the brain. And that blood flow to the brain is beneficial for good sleep and for clarity of thought. So a good thing to do right before you go to bed especially. Okay, and then bend through your knees and extend your legs out. You can set the feet down, making it much easier, or you can extend the legs out and slowly come down, really using the core, but be very mindful that really uses your core and your back. And then find Shavasana. Find rest. Allowing your body to just rest onto the floor. And let your body just be molded by your mat, or the surface that it made contact with. Allowing every part of your body just to relax and to release. Allow yourself to find comfort, to find rest, to find relaxation, and to find peace. Notice your breath moving in and out of the body. Notice the balance of the inhale and the exhale, and how important both are. So truly, letting go is just as important as holding on. Both are needed. If we held on to one of those or the other and never moved to the opposite, there would be no balance. So the breath is always such a great reminder, you know. We take in the good things we need, we let go of the things we don't. We hold on to the things that we want, but we let go of the things that are overwhelming us and bothering us. So, yes, letting go is important, but so is holding on. So let your body move now and bring appreciation in for movement. Think to yourself how fortunate you've been able to be, to move and to do this, to practice tonight, to just be able to move your arms and move your legs. No matter what you couldn't do, no matter how wonderful you performed a posture, it all doesn't matter. We were here, we were moving, we were together, even virtually. So we should be grateful. So now when you're ready, I want you to rotate onto one side or the other, and I want you to take a deep breath in, and then as you breathe out, I want you to push from the opposite hand and bring yourself up to that seated position where we started just a little while ago. And we remember our Bible verse, Hebrews 13:18. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. That is the promise that we can hold on to. That is something that we will never lose. As long as we're holding on to his hand, he's holding on to ours. He's not letting go. So don't you let go. Hold on to the promises that he gives us. And hold on to the love and to the peace that you will find nowhere else. Not like his, anyway. So we come to the end of our practice, and as we do, we always state that simple salutation, namaste. It simply means the light and life in me honors and respects the light and life in each of you. In our Christian life, we believe that light to be Jesus Christ. So I hope you felt the warmth of his presence, and I hope you're able to take that light now that's within you and shine it on others. Shine it on those who are in darkness. I know that right now with social isolation that we can't really get out and see people, but we can call them. We can call them, we can email them, we can check on them. Shine your light in any way you can. Shine that light. Be the Jesus that someone may not know yet. Namaste. Thank you guys for being with me once again. Be safe, take care, and we'll be back tomorrow night at 5:15.